morning, everyone. How are we doing this morning? I'm very excited to be here with you this morning. Sorry, hold on. My channel's giving me a bit of trouble. So yeah, I see there's lots of us waiting for this meditation this morning. Morning to Pam, Darcy, Brightburn, all of you, welcome. So you can see we're sitting here in a beautiful setting this morning. So how are we going to work it this morning is I'm open to some questions just before we start, and then we'll proceed with a little bit of a meditation. So if anyone's got any questions going into this, please, now's the time to ask. Deep breaths, that's correct. It's always about the deep breaths. I think my feed is coming through a bit slow, so I'm not seeing any of the questions come up. But as we sit here, I just want you guys to zone in to what's behind me. Hopefully Zander can put the camera out a little bit more and just have a look at what we're seeing here. And this is how being in nature really allows you just to be in the present moment. Yeah, it's extremely peaceful and quiet out here this morning. We can hear some birds, not too many, which is, yeah, it's always just a pleasure to be in this present moment. Right, still, how long have you been practicing meditation for? Joy R. I've been practicing meditation for the last year. I went through some troubles of my own, emotional and sort of psychological troubles, and through meditation I found a way just to release myself and just really heal from within, and it's changed my life profoundly. But I have always, through my guiding career of 8 years, being present in mindfulness was always a part of my practice, and trying to get guests just to be present in that moment. So I would say my mindfulness started about 8 years ago, but the practice of meditation is almost sort of a year to 8 months ago. Who else? Yes, it is, Darcy. It's absolutely beautiful this morning. It really, really is. So I'm not sure, are you all familiar with meditation? Have you done meditation classes? Is anybody unfamiliar with meditation? If so, let me know, and we'll just run through the steps of a meditation quickly. And yeah, like I say, it's just about being here this morning and being here with no judgment at all, just to be. Pam, you haven't really done a meditation, so I'll tell you, meditation is one of the most powerful tools that I've come to use in my life, and it's just about being in the present moment, and as we go into one you'll see, and having absolutely no judgment at all in that moment, and just being completely at ease and letting go of the mind. And yeah, just, a lot of people think that meditation is to clear the mind completely of thought. Some people might meditate in that form. Once you get much more deep into your meditation, it comes a lot easier. But to begin with, you'll find your mind will drift a lot. It'll be at many different thoughts, because for sitting still for 10 minutes is just not within our human capacity. And to completely free the mind for 10 minutes, our mind wants to go to the path that's been created of constant anxiety, constant questioning, constant... we're always in our mind, whatever it may be. What's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen later? Once we finish the meditation, where are we going? What are we doing? What happened yesterday? It's not about being here. So in those moments when we meditate and our mind wanders, it's about coming back to the now, the present moment, and our breath. Our breath plays a big, big role in meditation. So as we go into meditation, when we breathe, we just acknowledge that our mind has wandered to that particular thought or that particular place, and at that moment, that is a moment of awareness. You're aware that your mind has drifted, and it's about bringing your mind back to here. So take a deep breath in, concentrate on that in breath, blow out, concentrate on the out breath, and yeah, just being present and bringing ourselves back to the present moment. Let me see if we've got any more questions. Otherwise, I think we're good to maybe start, and we can have some more questions afterwards. So yeah, I think we're ready to start then. I see there's no more questions coming through. So let's get this started. I have written a few notes down, so I'm just going to get my notebook out and we can go through some of the little notes that I have put down. And like I said, today I really want to concentrate on acceptance and judgment. And the reason for this is I think we're in such a turmoil sort of state in the world at the moment with the coronavirus, that's the outbreak of the coronavirus. Everyone is anxious. Like I said last night, I feel there's a lot of worry in the world, a lot of stress, and for me it's just acceptance and no judgment. So to accept what's happening in the world, to be here in this moment, to be here with the chaos that's going on, and not to judge or not to try and understand why the coronavirus why the outbreak of the coronavirus, or what is it all about, or just to be here. So yeah, I think let's start. If we can all just bring ourselves to a comfortable position, so whether you're on the floor, you don't need a meditation cushion as such. Often in the bush it doesn't allow for a meditation cushion. Luckily this morning Zander packed mine, so I'm comfortably seated on the log out here. But it's not always about having a meditation cushion or incense burning, the stereotypical sort of movie portrayed meditating positions, I would say. Your hands, the umming, the chanting. Obviously that all plays a big role in meditation later on when you get more deep into your practice. But to begin with, it's just to find a comfortable seat wherever you may be. And like I say, in the bush, often my most deepest meditations and my most moving meditations have been when I've been on a walk, and that's in a riverbed or in an old drainage line, perhaps following something. And I've just had that moment to sit down and just take it all in and take 5 minutes to myself. And that may have been on a rock, it may have been on a log, it may have just been on the ground. So yeah, take a seat and make yourself comfortable, and most importantly, just ground your feet. So put your feet on the ground, make sure that you have got a connection with the ground. Grounding is a very, very important part of meditation. It really brings us to the present moment. And I believe, you'll see I often don't wear shoes. Everyone laughs at me for this, but for me, a shoe is a barrier between your feet and the ground, and it prevents me from grounding myself. So when I'm barefoot, I really feel a lot more grounded than having shoes on. So if you've got your shoes on or a pair of socks, now's the time just to please take your shoes and socks off and then just place your feet on the ground. Luckily for me, I'm on a log, which to me is grounding. It's natural. It's been put here by the test of time. It's still standing. So yeah, it's just a great place to be sitting this morning. And as we go into this, please can I ask you just to ground yourself through the root of your bum or your tailbone, the root chakra, push it down into the ground, and straighten your back, elongate it as if you're being stretched, pulled from the crown, your crown chakra, and just make your spine nice and long and be comfortable. And yeah, your hands, just let them fall. They can fall by your side. You can put them in your lap, on your knees. If you would like to put your fingers into whatever position you want, you're more than welcome to do that as well. For this morning, I'm just going to keep mine on my knees. It's nice and comfortable. It's not intimidating. I feel that, when I first went to my first meditation, everybody was like kind of in this deep trance, and I was very, I don't know if this is right. And so I don't, just be comfortable this morning. That's what it's about. So hands on knees. And now as we go into this, you can either lower your gaze to the ground. If you would like to keep your eyes open, you are more than welcome to do so. With your vision, whatever comes into your vision, again, acknowledge what you've seen, but don't let your mind take you into that space. Remember to bring your mind back here. So if you're keeping your eyes open, it's absolutely fine, but just be aware of the things that you're seeing and be aware of where you need to keep coming back. For those of us that want to close our eyes now, please just close your eyes and take a nice deep breath in, as deep as you can go. As we go into this meditation, you may notice your mind drift off to a thought. bring it back to the breath. The in-breath, as we breathe in, feel the air into your nostrils, the base of your nose. It's cool, vibrant energy. Let it fill the body as you take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel the warmth of the energy that's come within you as it passes through your nose and out your nostrils. Just remember to be gentle and kind on yourself. No judgment as we sit here today. The mind may wander. That's okay. Allow it. Just bring it back to the present moment with a deep in-breath and the sensation of the air. I know for a lot of you today, you may be hearing sounds that you're not familiar with. Don't let these sounds distract you. Again, acknowledge that you've heard them. Let that moment of awareness occur. Once again, just bring it back to the breath when you're ready. As we go into this meditation, I'd like you all just to really reflect and show some gratitude for what has occurred in the last few weeks. There's so much to be grateful for. There's so much we can show gratitude towards in this trying time. I mean, it's a great time for nature, which is why we're here in the African wilderness this morning. It's just a great time for nature to have been reborn in a way, and we look at all these videos that are coming out on YouTubes and camera traps and how the animals are just really enjoying this time to have the world back to themselves without the hustle bustle of humans in and out and cars and all the different man-made things that we've brought into this world. So I think just reflect on some of the most amazing things that have occurred from the coronavirus breakout. And let's just be grateful for this time that we've got a chance to go on an inward journey to really get to discover ourselves and our purpose here in life. And with that, just reflect individually on where you are in this stage of your life and where you would want to be. And let that inner calling really talk to you this morning. Just let it be the focus and show gratitude towards that we're all beings in this world that have a different journey to go on. And being in nature in this environment and this setting hopefully just allows you to really relax. For the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm just going to keep quiet and enjoy the setting, and I invite you guys to do the same. So I'll be with you when you hear the bell sound. I encourage you all to open your eyes. Can you just tell me when we're like a minute away from 10 minutes? Tell me like 8 minutes. Another minute left. Okay, so I invite you all just to keep your eyes closed. As you take the next breath in, take a deep breath in, let your awareness come back to the room you're sitting in. What you might be feeling, warmth, the air around you. Bring your awareness to the sounds you might be hearing. Start a little movement in your toes, your fingers. Slowly open your eyes. Just be back in the moment. And again, just ask you please all, wherever you are, to show gratitude towards those who are out there really on the front line of this coronavirus. And gratitude towards what it may be teaching us. And as the winds of change are blowing around us, just remember to be supple and go with it. Be in the moment. And just allow yourself to go through this time. Zander, there's a whole lot of giraffe running down just behind Zander. If you can quickly maybe move the camera around, you might see their legs. But no, Zander says you can't. But yeah, sorry. So yeah, let's just be grateful for this time that we're in. I'm going to go back to my chats and just see what everyone felt and what people are saying out there. Lorraine's Adventure, thank you so much for the super chat. And Darcy, thank you guys, really, really much appreciated. So let's go back to some questions. Has anybody got any questions? How are we all feeling? Perfect. Rebecca, I see you said the birds chirping would not get me to a meditative state, unfortunately. Too distracting. So like I said to you, those thoughts are allowed. Be distracted. But again, when you are distracted by that bird chirping, just bring your attention back to your breath and breathe in and out and just be back at that moment. Distraction is all around us, unfortunately, everywhere we go. It's about being able to push the distractions aside and really finding that place within you to come back to the present moment. Teresa, I agree. There's no better way than meditating in nature. It really, really is a powerful, powerful tool that we don't carry it. It's around us all the time. Even in the cities, just to sit in the garden or sit on your balcony if you don't have a garden and just listen for those birds or crickets or insects or whatever it may be and just try and zone into that and remember, that all around us is nature. It's just about finding it. And so many thank yous coming through. Thank you guys for being here with me this morning. It's just really special to be able to share this with all of you at home. For me, I'm fortunate to be sitting here, but just to be able to bring a tiny bit of what I get to enjoy every single day to you guys sitting in your houses back home all across the world is very, very special to me. And I just want to show you all so much gratitude for taking the time to be here with me this morning. I really, really do appreciate it. So I'm just trying to catch up on some of these questions and comments, and I just really, really do appreciate all the thank yous coming through. Pam, horses? Yes. Strangely you say that. Takes you back to riding. So I grew up on horses, and I've been fortunate enough to be around horses all my life. And I was having a chat to Andrea yesterday on the phone, and she's a wellness travel consultant, and we were chatting, and she also mentioned horses, and meditation and being in the present definitely connects us way more to nature and wildlife and horses and animals. I find when I meditate more and I'm more in the present moment, the more nature and animals really, really do resonate and talk to me. It's a profound, moving moment is meditation in nature. Bright burn, thank you. That's an interesting comment. Could we practice this every Friday? Possibly we could do it as an end of week practice. I would love to be with you guys every Friday. And possibly we can look at doing one in the evenings as well. Possibly maybe a Sunday evening meditation to take us into the week. So maybe we can do a meditation for closing and for opening our weeks. It's just if we could, we'll definitely all be in a different state of mind. Yes, Pam, definitely meditating. So I try meditate every morning. First thing as I wake up, before I get my coffee, I'll sit. If it's 5 minutes, if it's 25 minutes, whatever I feel at the time is what I need to do. I just sit there and be present. And my day definitely takes a different toll. Even from a day when I've had a 5-minute meditation to a 25-minute meditation, the time doesn't matter. It really, really just changes and sets the tone for the day. And something that I've really also come to learn and practice is meditating throughout the day. So if you're eating, take a moment to be mindful of whatever you're eating, the taste, the texture, the smell. Just be present in that exact moment of the mouthful of food that you've got. And I feel that also, it really does just help. So even though your day may be busy and you may not get a certain set time to meditate, just try and practice it throughout your day. But one bit of advice, or one bit of sort of what I would encourage you all to do is take the time. Take the 5 minutes or the 10 minutes or the 25 minutes for yourself. It's important. Our self-nourishment is the most important thing out there. If we don't look after ourselves, we can't expect anybody else to look after us. And if we're not fulfilled within, we definitely can't portray it out there. So by taking the time to meditate, you'll change those around you and the people you interact with. So I definitely, if you can, take 5 minutes in the morning and just, be there, be present. I think the giraffes just wanted to be a part of this quiet time. They have now moved off. They did come galloping down the airstrip, and I think they were all wanting to partake in this moment of peace. Exactly. Experience heaven on earth, especially during this time. Brightburn, it's definitely time just to enjoy being here on earth. We've all, the world and Mother Nature and the universe has forced us to calm down in a way. It's told us it's time to take some time out for yourselves. So yes, definitely, let's all be present, let's all meditate, let's all just enjoy what is out there and what we are grateful for. Spara, it's an absolute pleasure. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Please join again should we do it again. Well, we will be doing it again. Even if, I'll make sure the boys join us. Who else? Thank you, Zander, for helping out. Yes, big thank you to Zander for helping out. Zander's always the man behind the scenes and definitely is a big part of it. Asking him to stay here with us for 10 minutes while we enjoy our meditation. Yes, Joya, animals are always in the present moment. You're correct. They are never elsewhere. They are just here now. They can't afford to be. Cheryl, yes, you do need to get back into it. Once a morning is great. 5 minutes of your day is great. Whatever you can give to meditation, it definitely is going to benefit you in many, many ways. I'm glad you could hear them, Darcy. That's amazing. Great. Yeah, amazing noise. That drew my attention to them, was the sound. So I'm glad you got to experience that with me. Thanks, Zander. Sparrow and Joy, yes, thank you, Zander. No, Alexi, Brent does not sit still long enough to meditate. He has actually gone off this morning for a walk. So when he gets back, I'm just going to explain to him that although he did not sit still, he still was meditating when walking. Because walking is a great form of meditation, especially out here in Africa. And I'm sure he would have picked up or seen some sort of tracks on the ground, maybe rhino, lion. You know how Brent loves to track things. So possibly silently tracking something. And that is a great form of meditation without even knowing it. He's there, present, in the moment. And like I said to you, Africa forces you to be present. There is no time as a guide to be elsewhere but in that moment, because should you lift your attention to what's for breakfast when I get home or what is going to happen later on in the day, that is when we could get ourselves into a lot of trouble out there, especially when tracking any of the dangerous game on foot. So yes, being in Africa definitely forces you to be in the present moment. And on a game drive, you are definitely 100% present on that game drive because of the excitement of what may be around the corner. So if any of you are thinking of traveling to Africa, I definitely recommend it. And hopefully one day, possibly you could be meditating out in the African bush as well. Anyways, I see the questions are wrapping up. So I think we're about getting to the time that I'm going to go back to the house and hopefully go out with Brett a little bit later and see if we can find some animals and do some tracking of our own. But I just again want to thank you all for being here this morning and sharing this time with me and just allowing yourselves the moments that we've shared together. I just want to see if I can find a quote that I wrote down this morning when I was sitting quietly by myself. I did write it on a separate page for some reason. I think it wasn't going to be part of this practice, but as I sat here this morning with you all, I thought it's something that I should share in this time. If I can't find it, I'll pop it up on the YouTube channel a little bit later. Should be somewhere here. Excuse me while I flip through my book. Another great form of meditation is journaling. So this is my journal book and it's full of all sorts of scratches and scribbles and sketches and as I go through it I can see a little sketch of this and it takes me back to that moment where I was sitting or where I had visited. So yeah, journaling's a great form of meditation. So here we go. Here's the quote that I had written this morning and I just want to leave you all with it. But before I do, I just want to say again, I'm so grateful for all of you being here. I'm grateful to be in this environment. And as we go out today, let's just show gratitude towards all of those around us, to those in the forefront of, like I've said, fighting the coronavirus, and just to anybody. Remember, it all comes from within. So what we are in is what we are out. So just spread the love. So in the beginning and in the end, the sincerity of your intentions is the most important thing. And that for me really resonates, and I hope it resonates with some of you. And yeah, I wish you a lovely Saturday, and thank you again for joining me. Bye. you.